right, Petty Posse, listen up. I have a quick announcement. So before we get into this week's dose of mess, there's something I want to say. If you guys are interested in leveling up your brand, if you guys are interested in being a content creator, or just like finding out different content strategies and how to find your voice, brand, and identity, then I have something for you, okay? I just dropped a 34-page PDF called the Brand Baddie Playbook. So this is basically filled with like real tips on how to grow, content strategies, how to build your brand, things like that. I even teach you how to use AI tools to level up and to actually, grow your online presence and community. So if this is something that you want to get into, definitely feel free to grab the book. The link will be in the description and the show notes. So get yours today, okay? Thank me later. All right, now we can get back to the show.
This the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, rock, top, top.
Welcome back to another episode of the Petty Headquarters. I'm your host, Tiana Luck, and this is
Jessie Strange.
And we are back at it again, of course. And this time we are back with your Baddies Africa Reunion Part 2 recap review, okay?
Yes.
We know that people have been waiting, and now we are here to deliver.
Yes, here we are.
There was a little bit of a setback because we did go to the Baddies USA event in Times Square, and we also have another recap for that coming out, and we also vlogged that whole experience.
And I'm very excited to show you guys because first you got to listen to the podcast because obviously we couldn't really narrate throughout the club what was going on. But y'all, we got some tea. We got BTS. I'm very excited for y'all to see it. So definitely stay tuned. Put on your post notifications so that you're notified whenever we post. We're going to put 2 vlogs out. We're going to put the podcast recap of that night. I'm very excited for you guys to see it. Also, hello, everybody. If you guys are new, we are the Petty Headquarters, a pop culture podcast. We cover baddies, reality TV, Hollywood drama, internet culture, that type stuff. And if you guys are returning, welcome back. The Petty Posse, Crash Out community. Thank you guys for always supporting us. It really does mean a lot.
All right. So with that being said, let us just get into this week's dose of mess. All right, so we're gonna take it up from the top of where things left off with LCK and Kold Killa fighting, and Elsie was asleep.
Oh my God, her poor legs.
That was crazy. So it starts off from there where she's just laying there,
her booty up.
Bro, why is Elsie talking about she faking it? The crowd was saying bye when she was getting escorted out.
They were booing her out.
They were booing her, but then they were like, bye, bye. I was like, oh my God, you guys have no heart.
No, for real.
No heart. I was like, okay.
Poor LCK.
Yeah, she clearly hit her head hard or whatever, and she was like,
she was crying
a little bit. She was crying. She was. She
definitely. I got the little pic right there.
Hurt. That shit hurt. You could tell that shit hurt. And honestly, I felt bad. I was like, damn, not for nothing she came in. She did her shit, though.
She did.
She did her shit, though.
She definitely did. The first episode was basically all about her.
Literally all about her. That's why Natalie at some point comes out. I was like, well, Elsie did she did a little something too. And I was like, yeah, she did.
She did.
I don't like how Rican looks. And I'm trying to say this in a very nice professional manner, but I guess it doesn't matter the way I say it. It's still going to come off the same way I mean it because she don't look good at all to me. She low-key look a little
like she's on drugs?
Unkempt. Yeah. She looks a little like that. She look a little
dirty.
That's what she looked like, but I didn't want to say that word. I didn't want to say that word, but she looked like that. And I'm just like, damn, Rican, I don't know. I'm not really feeling how you came out.
Yeah, that's right. Because Janisha called out the new 3. They call them the new 3. That's right.
Well, they say pretty 3, new 3, little 3. Yeah. I like pretty 3, so.
Yeah, and it's funny because when they came out, fucking Kold Killa started singing her song that everybody, her and the Tikabella song.
That shit was crazy. The whole audience was singing that shit.
Yeah, no.
But why the fuck Saucy was being so messy?
So messy.
So my DTV singing sauce. I was like, yo, Saucy, you are so messy because you really did not have to do all that.
Yep. And then the DTV literally goes to the crowd.
Oh, you bitches think you was up.
Yeah. All the fucking crowd goes, oh, you pussy ass hoes could line that shit up. DTV mad hype.
Yeah.
I mean, Saucy's antenna mad hype. Like, that he a fan.
No, yeah, like he fucks with her. He fucks with her. He sure. But you know, at some point, Janisha asked Fauna, "Why the fuck is your face so oily?" I noticed that and I was like, damn, like, yeah, you know, Janisha, you're right. Her face is kind of oily. And then she basically goes on to say, like, you know, she's ready for whatever. She don't want nobody hitting her face, touching her face. And that's like a thing. Like when you get into a fight, you oil yourself up. So when they try to grab you, you just slip right out.
She got Vaseline on her face. That's what it was.
Way too oily.
And it was so funny because I didn't notice it at first.
I didn't either.
But Rolly was the one. So like as DTB's talking about music and she really just talking to the point where like she just saying, oh, this is music at the, I don't even know what the fuck she was saying. All I know is that Rolly interrupts her. And it's so funny to watch their dynamic because these two strong bitches were like talking over each other to make sure nobody's getting cut off. Like their pride was fighting. So like as DTB's finishing her sentence about music, Rolly's like, hold on, can I just say something? And start talking to Fauna about how she used to do that shit back in the day when she used to put Vaseline on her face. And DTB's like talking over her and they're just talking. And they're both committed to not being bullied into not talking. It was so funny.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
because I was
so
just
funny.
focused on DTB talking. I did not even know Rolly was speaking.
Exactly. I didn't hear DTB because I was too busy listening about what Rolly was saying.
That's how you know I was focused only on DTB. I did not even hear that Rolly was speaking. So that's so funny that you say that. That's
when Janisha asked about the face because Rolly was like, yo, I used to do that shit back in the day, which anybody that be in the streets or be outside, they know those are one of the hacks.
Yeah.
Like you put some shit on your Vaseline, oil your shit up, and fucking Fauna's like, yeah, bitch, I don't fucking play. Like my face is my money.
Yeah, she had that one little hit on her nose. She was like, yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I respect it though.
Yeah,
because at least she's ready.
Yeah, she is. But they basically recap the whole Pretty Three's entrance and how it was for them on the season. And so they show that clip of when they were in the sprinter. And, you know, Dolly is trying to be weird, talking about we're the OGs. And they're like, bro, like, what the fuck? And that, you know, talking about the whole name situation with Fauna's name. And, you know, after that, Fauna explains the story, obviously. Like, you know, my name is my name. Like, you're literally disrespecting me in front of my face. And that's how the whole shit happened.
Yeah. And then Saucy at some point actually clocks the fact that like he feels like the new three were kind of forced into becoming a trio because of just how the big three kind of ended up coming at them. You know what I mean? Like it was just kind of like, it was a story force that I love that he called it out because it was true. It felt like that.
It is true because at some point, even on the sprinter, Dolly was like, y'all a trio, because we're the OG, whatever. It was being weird. Like they were all going up to him talking about, are y'all a trio? And it was never that deep. I was like, what is this high school ass conversation? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Middle school ass conversation. Like weird.
And then that's when Bobby... he starts talking because they're like, Bobby, you got, you know, something about clocking the tea or some shit. And he starts coming for Anna. Like, oh, Anna, is there any beef you got to settle with? Anna's like, what
he
the
said,
fuck?
are you going to stand on business for Kold Killa?
Yeah, and then Anna's shocked. Yeah. She's like, what are you talking about? And then we're all confused because they're like, what the fuck? I was like, what you got with Kold Killa? Like, Anna wasn't even here to have beef.
Right. I was like, yo, Bobby's being so fucking messy. Like, throughout this whole scene, he was antagonizing the shit out of Anna. I'm like, yo, Bobby really is annoying.
He is so annoying.
So annoying.
Like, we saw him at the recap, at the
USA, Baddies USA.
And he is just as annoying.
Just as
I want to tell them
annoying.
about what he said.
What did he say?
With the stupid weed and the...
Oh, no, we'll get there when we do the recap.
Okay. Oh, my God. You guys have to tune in. It's so funny.
You guys have to tune in when that drops. But at some point, you know, Anna said that, you know, Killa didn't want to come to so-and-so's birthday party because she said that she didn't fuck with Anna. But she said that she has no issue with Kold Killa. She did say that she felt like it was whack that those two girls were beefing over a dude. Mm-hmm. And, you know, she made it clear. She also said that the song wasn't that good for her to be, you know... She also said that, the song is not even that good for Kold Killa to be mad. And I'm pretty sure, like, to Anna, that was nothing.
Right.
Not like a solid reason to be like, oh, I don't fuck with you or I want to fight you. But for Kold Killa, it was probably like, girl, you trying to step to me? You trying to disrespect me? Or something?
And she also said, you don't know the situation. So, like, you saying that and you don't even know half the shit. Like, I didn't even know the situation was that deep.
I didn't know either because when Marissa came on the show, her and Kold Killa were cordial.
Right.
And they said that they were cordial. So it clearly...
And that's when Bobby's like, so y'all both ducking? Because it seemed like they was both like, he's just antagonizing her.
Antagonizing this whole thing.
To the point where Anna's like, are you fucking rage baiting me? Like, I don't understand. Are you trolling me?
Yes.
Because he was like, I'm just doing my job.
He literally did say that.
Yeah.
And then Kold Killa said that Anna had messaged her and was like starting shit, but nothing was said.
Yeah.
Kold Killa didn't say what Anna said in the DM. So that was just like, why are you bringing this up that she messaged you if you're not gonna like say what she said or have the receipts on hand or something like that? I don't know. These bitches really need to start bringing folders with like receipts in them because obviously you don't have your phone, you're gonna fight, but if it's time to talk, you need to have that folder ready with the receipts.
Right.
Like that would be lit. That would be lit.
Printed and all.
Like, here's all the receipts. Let's really address this reunion because y'all bitches gonna come on here and lie. We're not about to do that. Yes, you hit me up. Yes, you commented this. And then she also said that she was like commenting under the blogs, like basically making
the T pages and shit.
The T pages and saying those comments and
so Bobby keeps pressing Anna like about her having Marissa's back. So then at some point Saucy interrupts and is like Anna, you better have Marissa's back because she gonna get jumped tonight. And then the crowd goes,
oh my God. They were so like antagonizing that whole shit.
Yeah. It kept dragging.
Yeah, because I'm like, they're not gonna jump Marissa. That's extra.
Yeah, and that's what Anna's like, they're not gonna jump her. And then Saucy doubles down and is like, you better have her back because Kold Killa's gonna swing and K Rican is gonna come after her. Like,
they wanted Anna to fight so bad.
Did.
Like they were really trying to drag her out where I was like, yo, y'all are really rage baiting this girl. Like this poor girl, y'all are really rage baiting. It's so funny because at some point she goes to Bobby. I'm supposed to say Robert. I'm dead. She goes to Bobby and she's like, then what happened, bitch? What happened, bitch?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, Anna going in. But it was
tired of him.
Bro, he's so annoying. And I was like, I would have been mad if I was Anna too.
I was annoyed by him too.
Yes.
On the episode in real life.
Yeah, and Anna is saying that, yes, Marissa's my friend. Like, of course, I knew her first before Kold Killa, and that's just what it is.
Before the show.
Right, before outside the show and everything. And she states how she didn't have any problem with Kold Killa. And like, this is crazy because then Kold Killa really starts going in on Marissa, talking about she a duck. She be buying and paying for shit and getting fucked and getting abused. And I was like,
how Marissa just be buying men all these jewelries and she don't. And she's a sugar mama.
Yeah.
And we get into more of that after when she comes out.
Oh God. Marissa comes out. They call
her Marissa.
Because
then Janisha's like, well, speaking of Marissa, let's bring her out. I'm like, wow, Janisha, you are one messy woman. I love it.
So Marissa comes out and immediately it's up. Her and Kold Killa start fighting and Marissa was fighting back. She was fighting back.
I ain't gonna lie. That first squabble she got.
She did.
She had Kold Killa on the floor.
The first one, no. The first one, no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
They were fighting head up, swinging, both of them. What are you talking about?
No, but she made Kold Killa fall. She did. She made her fall.
Because I know Marissa in the second round fell.
Yeah, no, that one.
Kold Killa got, yo.
Yeah, so like as the first round, in the first round, you see Anna making sure that K Rican is not jumping in.
K Rican got up.
Yeah, no, that's why Anna was ready.
Weird. And Anna was like, yo, chill out. I fuck with you, but don't do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, Rican, why are you getting up? I'm so confused right now.
Mm-hmm.
She seemed like she was on something.
She always looked like she's on something.
She do always look like that. But this time it really looked like she was really on something.
You think so?
I don't know. You think so?
I don't know. I just feel like she has that look. She has the look.
Nah, but she was really wild in this reunion.
She looked like just like her mugshot. her latest mugshot, she looked like that at the reunion.
Obviously, she's gonna look like that. It's her mugshot.
I'm just saying, like she looked crazy, just like her mugshot. Like, you know, like, whatever. Anyways. Fucking yeah, so fucking Marissa. So then whatever, Kold, killa, and Marissa go first round. I personally think Marissa definitely had that first round for sure.
Okay.
Had Kold,
Yeah,
killa on the floor, but I think it
Okay.
was more like a slip. Doesn't matter. Had her on the floor. The second round though,
The second round was crazy. Yeah,
Holy
Kold Killa
shit.
got that. Marissa, that was really crazy.
bro,
That
she
was
had her
crazy.
on the floor. She stomped
She
her.
slammed her on the floor
And
I was
kicked
like,
her.
That shit. I didn't see the kick, but that
Bro,
was wild.
Look at this photo. Y'all see the photo. That photo is her getting kicked right on the floor. Boom. Yes, girl.
Oh.
Yup. Right connected, baby.
Damn.
See it, guys? I've been taking the screenshots.
Yeah. Well, damn. And
And even when that happened, you heard the crowd go, oh.
but what's crazy is with all of this happening, Bobby's yelling, telling Anna to get in the paint. I'm like, what the fuck does she need to get in the paint for? She wasn't even on the season. Like, what beef does she have to get in any type of paint? I was so confused. I'm like, nah, Bobby must not like Anna or something. I must have some weird
He's just messy.
bias towards her or something.
Because even they just went online and was like, I guess because of this episode,
yeah.
Anna was like, we love each other. Like, that's just what it, like, you know, that's just their relationship. So I guess there is no real beef. Like, clearly he's just doing his job.
He's just annoying.
He is really genuinely just like that. He is just yaked the fuck out.
Yeah.
At all
He
times.
don't care.
Yeah.
He do not care.
Even, you know, yeah, I just want to tell y'all so bad.
You want to say, okay, say
Can I
it.
just say Tanisha?
Say
How
it.
Tanisha was mad. Like,
Say it.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to spill the tea. But just know that Tanisha, good old Tanisha, was tight and annoyed at him by the end of the night, okay? But anyways, Bobby was like, ain't that your friend? Ain't that your friend? To Anna Mac.
Yes.
And Anna is just over fucking
Said,
Bobby.
Anna, get in the paint. I'm like, what paint?
He even says, you was in the show, you had opening credits and all that. I'm like...
He was like, you was there still. You was resting. You didn't do nothing all season. Like, you was still shown in the opening credits.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you have something. I don't know. What the fuck you got going on? But you are weird.
He really was picking on her. I'm like, out of everybody, he
was picking on her.
If he would have just done that to everybody, okay. But like, he really was coming for
had
Anna.
his sets on Anna. Like, it was target focus, to you. And
Yeah.
that's what it was.
100%.
So then obviously, you know, after that whole thing settles down, Janisha, they're asking, you know, her and Saucy, they're asking, what's the beef between, you know, Marissa and Kold Killa? What's the beef between you guys? And Marissa says she's mad over a guy. And Kold Killa is basically like,
she gets up and she's like, y'all trying to make me crash out in my own city. Y'all just want me to do something. Y'all want to arrest me. Tell them why. Tell them, what did she say? She didn't show up to it. Was that her? No, that was Summer, she said.
But basically, Kold Killa said that Marissa had made a diss track about her, but then booked, said yes or agreed to a booking in her city.
Yes.
And Killa felt like that was like her being messy and trying to be funny because not only did you make the diss track about me, but now you came to my city to prove a point. Like, what, you trying to make it seem like I'm pussy, like I'm dumb or something.
Right.
And I feel like you are rage baiting me. You trying to make me crash out, go to jail. I'm not trying to do that. I have a lot on the line. Long story short, that's what all the yap translated to.
And it was so funny because throughout that yap, right, Kold Killa, you know how she talks. So she's talking to Janisha, and Janisha's like, she said something. She called Janisha a bitch, like, yeah, bitch. And then
But
Janisha's
it wasn't about her. It was like her speaking in general.
Yeah. It was just so funny because it made me laugh because like Janisha's like, I'm not the bitch. I'm not the bitch. And then Kold Killa's like, no. And she's like, no, I'm just teasing. I know. It was so funny. It was just like a break of like, you know, it was just funny.
Yeah, but Marissa claims that Killa made the diss track first, which we didn't really get any confirmation over that. Like, if she was the one that made it first or
I didn't
whatnot.
even know fucking Marissa rap, bro.
Yo, same. Like, I was like, I didn't know any of this stuff about you. Like,
yeah, she clearly didn't do her thing on Baddies because we didn't know shit. All I know is that you was baby daddy mistress or some shit. That's it. I ain't even know all the tea, like
baby daddy mistress and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's how bland she was on the show, you know?
No, for real.
So then obviously they're talking about the man that they're fighting over. And Kold Killa's like, I've been with him for 9 years, and Marissa's only been fucking him for like 4 months. And
crazy.
and this is where they start going back and forth, like you said. And then Saucy's talking about how, so Kold Killa bullied him to go back to her. And then she's like, you can't bully no man to be nowhere. He gonna be where he wants. I don't know if she said that. Somebody said that. Yeah, and then that's when fucking Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy's like, well, there's only one way to settle this. How much you get from him? How much you get from him? And this whole scene is out of pocket.
It's so out of pocket because I'm literally eating. I'm eating, watching this shit.
Eating it up.
But like, I'm like eating food while watching the scene. Yeah, that's what I meant, girl. Anywho, I was eating at the tea. Okay.
I was doing my pros and cons. Okay, so Kold Killa been with him for 9 months. It has some shit for free. Marissa,
9 months. 9 years.
I mean, 9
4
years,
months.
yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying.
I'm watching this scene and I'm like, y'all are really going bar for bar with what a guy does for you.
I know, it's crazy.
Like, you're going band for band with how much you get, how much. Like, this is kind of ugly.
It's very ugly.
This is low. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if I ever have to get to that point to be like, yeah, that's what he do for me.
Well,
that's not my look. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you can have that. I'm not doing all that. I'm not about to compete and compare what's given to me as opposed to what's given to you to make me seem like I'm more valuable than you. When at the end of the day, y'all both dumb.
Period.
Y'all are both fucking dumb.
Period.
Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, because it was so funny because Kold Killa's like, you know, I got everything paid for. I haven't worked in years. But it was so funny because as she says that, Saucy's like, wait a minute, because last time I checked, because she was like saying how the guy paid for her jewelry, her chains, her everything. Saucy's like, well, Elsie called you moissanite, so I guess he buy you moissanite chains, yo.
Oh my God.
Elsie's like,
oh yes, she did do that. She did, and I was like, this whole scene is so out of pocket. You hear Bobby say, "All right, this is not the baby daddy show. This is Baddies."
Yes,
I felt that though.
I appreciated that.
I was like, can we like skip this baby daddy storyline? The baby daddy's not even here.
It just went on for too long.
It went on for way too long. I was like, all right, next.
You could tell it got personal for sure.
It was personal. It really was, though.
I was like, that's embarrassing.
No, so embarrassing. And like, y'all really, like, Kold Killa's hype.
Yes.
Hype.
Yes.
Like, she really said, that's my man.
Yes. Like, you are nothing, even though your man was entertaining Marissa for 4 months. That's what I'm
saying. And he's still low-key entertaining her based off of, you know, footage that recently just dropped. Where Kold Killa had picked up her man from Marissa's house.
That's fucking wild.
And you see the footage from the Ring camera. And I'm like, oh no. Like, I'm not, this is outrageous. This is a little crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
When this finally dies down, they bring out Tavy Baby.
Yeah, Tavy Baby.
Yeah. So she comes out and it's nice and, you know, everybody's hype and she looks nice.
She comes out with good energy. Yeah. She's hype. It's so funny to see like how she has become like one of like fan favorites. Yeah. Like, she's mad cool. The crowd is hyping her up. And then she talks about her experience and how like, you know, being on the show versus actually going home and then watching herself on the show. Yeah. She's like, the way y'all sitting on the couch judging, I'm sitting on the couch judging myself too. Yeah, it's like it's different when you're inside. It really is.
Yeah, I know.
Which is interesting. But then Saucy makes a very valid point, which I really, again, Saucy, shout out to Saucy for being a great co-host, because Saucy clocks how, like, you know, in the beginning, people weren't sure what way Tavy was gonna go. Like, he feels like she was successful in being, you know, in Baddies because she was herself.
Right, yeah.
Because in the beginning, it was coming off a little, like, weird, you know? No one really knew. But then she grew on everybody, and because she was herself.
Right,
and that's, like, when Rolly chimes in talking about how, like, Tavy's a real woman. She's met her family. You could tell, like, they really fuck with Tavy outside of the show, too.
Yeah, Tavy seems like a really cool chick, really down to earth. Again, she's from Brooklyn. You already know what it is, right? From New York. So she definitely gives the New York York vibes. Like she gives that real authentic energy. And, you know, at some point they ask her, like, who do you feel like you owe a fade to? And she's just like, you know, Lex. She says, you know, she fought Dolly so many times already. And like, that's it. And then Saucy brings up Ivory. And he was just like, do you feel like you owe Ivory that fade? Da, 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 da. And then she explains the situation that happened, but she also notes that she's not afraid of nobody.
Right.
Only
Except
person
God.
she's afraid of is God. Exactly.
Which I love that.
And I loved it. Like, I just love when she speaks because she speaks with so much conviction. Like, I'm like, yes, girl, yes. Like, when she said that last line, I was like, yeah.
I literally wrote that down and I was like, I love that.
Yeah, and that's why the crowd went wild after she said that because they felt it. That human connection. You feel that shit. So I was like, yeah, girl, yeah. Like, I was that hype, yo.
OD. And that's that New York shit, like, for
It
real.
is,
Like, I saw this video the other day that really described, like, New York energy. We are so desensitized and seen so much shit that normal people do not see.
It's really bad.
That when we say we from New York, it's like a threat, my guy, because it's like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much conviction in that. Like, and same thing with the way she speaks.
Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah, it really embodies the New York energy. So I love that. I love that for her.
Yeah, so at this point, you know, Janisha mentions that Tavy had a long-standing beef with Big Lex, but then Scotty also did as well. And now this part, they basically pull up the clips of Scotty's issue with Lex, but they also pull up the clip with Tavy's issue with Lex and their fight. So I have something to say before we dive into that.
Oh my God, you
I
want to come
really
for Scotty
don't
again?
like. How is that coming for? I'm not coming for her. I'm coming for production. I'm not coming for Scotty.
Okay, bet.
This is not Scotty's fault at the end of the day. But I just don't understand. They showed so much of Tavy getting her ass beat. They showed everything. But when it came to Scotty, they only showed, of course, the one where Scotty kind of like got the round, you know, like she won the round. But they didn't show, they fought many times. And they only showed that one round where, of course, Scotty had the upper hand. I just thought it was really funny. I was like,
you know what it is.
You know what it is. But it was just like, all right.
This is Lemmy protecting his girl.
But what is there to protect? Like, you know what I mean? At that point, there's like nothing to protect anymore because it is what it is. We already saw what happened.
True.
So like, why not just show it? It was just weird.
I just thought it was funny that when Janisha asked how does she feel after watching all that, fucking Scotty goes, it's ghetto. And then fucking Saucy's like, that's baddies, bitch.
And I was so happy he said that because I'm like, girl, what the fuck do you think where do you think you at? What network do you think you're on?
I mean, she ain't wrong, though. It is ghetto.
It is, but like, she's been on how many seasons? Really? Please. And I think that is the problem that a lot of people have with her presence sometimes. You know, I don't think it's anything to do with her in particular. I don't think people have anything against her, but it's just the fact that you are on this platform where you know what it represents. You know what people subscribe for. You see it everywhere you go. You see the type of people that, you know, come out to you see everything. And for you to sit there and say that as if you're being so judgmental, as if you're not on the same platform with the same girls that are doing those same ghetto things while you fuck the CEO, like it just sounds a little, you're out of touch. So that's just what it sounds like to me. You don't think so? I hate you, bro.
What? I didn't even answer.
You.
I wasn't even ready for that question. You're asking me if I think she's out of touch?
Yeah, because you're on this network where it literally is about fighting, and you're gonna sit there and say it's ghetto.
Scotty's never been. The question was, wait. The question was, how do you feel watching yourself fight Big Lex? That was the specific question.
So she feels ghetto.
She feels ghetto because she's fighting. Scotty has never been a fighter and has been very vocal about hate fighting. She's always, same thing with Biggie.
And that's okay, but like, it just feels like you're coming off like really judgmental of the other girls that are on the same platform with you.
I think she was criticizing herself. Like, she hates to see herself in that light.
All right.
I don't know what y'all think.
I don't know. I just felt like it was a little out of touch because that's what Baddies is. That's why Saucy said what he said, because it's like, Do you not know what show you're on? Do you not know what network you're on?
Right.
Look how many people that work alongside you get taken advantage of. And you're going to sit there and say that as if like you don't know the network you're dealing with. Like it just felt a little like, I don't know.
can understand why you're saying that. I can understand where you're coming from.
Maybe she shouldn't be on Baddies.
I can understand where you're coming from. However, I feel like it's taking the response out of context. You feel me? It's not like she said, how do you feel about Zeus Network being on there? How do you feel about the girls? The question
about
was
her fighting.
Yeah, the question was, how do you feel about watching yourself fight Big Lex? You know what I mean? So I just feel like I can understand why you say that, though, because there are other reasons why, you know, Scotty can come off portraying herself as if she's better than the girls on the show. I'm not disagreeing with you there. However, I just feel like in this particular response, the question was very specific. That's all I'm saying. But I'm curious to know what everybody else thinks.
All right. So, I mean, I don't really know there. Maybe we have just a different opinion on on Scotty's comment. Like you said, it could have been just her referring to herself, but it does come off a certain way because, again, you are on a platform that is ghetto. So you saying ghetto is a little conflicting and contradicting because you're on a platform that's ghetto. Mm-hmm. So how can you sit there and call something ghetto that you're already a part of? So that's what it is for me. Like it comes off a little weird.
I mean, it's the same thing as Krishan saying this thing is demonic, but still keeps going back to Zeus Network.
Exactly. So why do you not?
But it is demonic.
But why do you have that energy with Krishan, but then you don't have that same energy with Scotty that literally just did the exact same thing? Is it because she's saying it with a softer tone? Is it what? Like, what is it? Like,
because, you know, there's a lot other reasons why I don't like Krishan.
100%.
She abuses
Scotty,
a child.
100%. But, and obviously the extremes are different.
Yeah.
But in terms of just talking about that context, Scotty basically said the same thing. So
yeah, exactly. But like I said, though, the question was specific and both can be true. You can be right and I can be right. But
you didn't say that both were true. That's
the
thing.
But I said I couldn't understand why you're saying that. Meaning I can literally, you're not wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, there are other reasons why you're saying that. I'm not disagreeing with you. However, in this particular response, I feel like what she was saying is true. Like, you know, if you're not a fighter and you see yourself fight, it is kind of ghetto. The same way Krishan Rock, after entertaining Baddies again, sat there and said, this is demonic. You know, I shouldn't have never put myself there to begin with. You know, again.
Yeah, but Scotty's still going back to the same season and, you know, I can't. Whatever. Anywho, moving on. Saucy asked the crowd if Tavy needs to, you know, snatch Dolly's baddie chain now that, you know, Dolly has her own baddies chain. So that gets the crowd hyped, talking about going chain for chain. And not gonna lie, I did skip over one part because when they showed the whole thing with Tavy's fight with Lex, Rolly at some point says that it was hard for her to watch. And she even says that, like, while watching the show, like, she couldn't watch certain clips because it was just too much for her to watch. She didn't even finish watching she couldn't watch the fights, period.
Which, if you want to go back to the Scotty argument, isn't that the same thing as Rolly saying the same thing right now?
And I was just about to say that because, bitch, you didn't say that when you grabbed Slim and fucking did all this extra shit and slamming her and doing all this shit multiple times and embarrass her. You talking about that was hard to watch? Us watching you fight Slim was hard to watch.
Yeah,
bitch.
I agree.
Like, she really talking about, I'm holier than thou now. I forgot where it came from now. Like, girl.
Exactly.
Girl.
You see, though, it's coming from that they're getting older. They've been done this.
Yeah, it is. They outgrow. They're outgrowing the show. And that is okay.
I wouldn't say they're outgrowing the show. I just feel like
I don't know.
It's a different hierarchy as far as like the work you have to put in and what you're willing to do now because you are how many 6 seasons in, 7 seasons in? Like, you did your time. You did your fighting.
Agreed.
So, like, they're in a different mindset now.
I agree. I still do think that some part of Rolly feels like she is outgrowing Baddies.
Maybe.
But probably just doesn't know another avenue to transition to yet. So she's just, like, dealing with Baddies because this is, like, her main income type thing.
You also forgot to mention that at some point when they had played the Lex and Tavy fight, that as they're playing this, you see the like, I guess biased behind
Everyone's
the scenes.
reactions, yeah.
No, the behind the scenes, the big three. You got Lex tying up her sneakers.
Yes!
Fucking, they look crazy, just waiting there. Like,
Dolly with the Michael Myers mask was crazy.
Yeah, yo.
I was like, they
Lex
are
with
not
her
that
arms crossed out like this, like she's ready.
Yeah,
bro.
she looks so serious.
Yeah. But
Oh
Rolly
my
ends
God.
up going back to what you were saying. Rolly ends up saying, like, you know, even though all that, like, she fucks with the big three. And Janisha was like, yeah, I feel like, you know, the big three was needed in this season and the last season. And then the crowd starts booing them.
And Saucy said that he feels like the big three serves. And honestly, I agree. Because what show would you have without the big three? Can't have everyone getting along on this type of show. It's just, you just can't.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, whatever. I'm with the crowd. I don't fuck with the big three.
I don't fuck with them, but I can.
But they're good
I can
villains.
exactly like Dolly. I don't know, but I can sit there and say that like they do their part to stir up the drama. Like they do what they're getting paid to do, and that I said, ain't nobody taking their job.
It's true. That's like their weird ass fucking chant.
Bro, that was so weird when they said that. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right. But
Okay.
it's so funny because like as the crowd is like booing and they're talking about the big three, out of nowhere, DTB gets up and fucking rips her shirt, her dress off, which I told Tiana, I was like, as this happened, I'm like, that's so fucking random. Like, did she get told something? It felt like somebody had signaled her something because this whole time we're literally halfway, all the girls are practically, well, almost out, and fucking out of nowhere, they're not even talking about DTB, they're not talking about Natalie, they're not talking about nobody. Out of nowhere, DTB gets up and just takes the fucking cape off, the dress off like a cape, and then everybody, you know, Saucy's hype, like, I knew it, I told you, some shit like that. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, of course she did that, it's cute, but I just thought it was so out of place that it almost felt like, did someone tell her to get ready? Because she was like, oh, I did that just in case.
Yeah,
But
she
why
said
right
that.
now? Like,
maybe she thought that the big three, because they served Natalie, right? Maybe she thought, knowing that, okay, they're talking about the big three right now. They're probably going to call them out now. You don't know what kind of time they're on because she did sneak Natalie really bad on her own show.
true.
And because like the big three, like, you know, basically served Natalie. It's like, she just doesn't know the timing that anyone's on.
All
So,
right. That makes sense. Because I was just kind of like, did production tip her off?
yeah, because like no one was there. Who's going to tip her off? Like, you know what I mean?
Girl, I don't know.
And it
You
was
know,
live. Like, who's going to tip
Could have
her
been
off?
like,
Oh, maybe.
You know, from the back.
From the back. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I got
don't
trust
know.
issues.
So, of course, now Janisha calls out the big three. Oh, my goodness. All hell breaks loose.
Oh, bro.
All
Why
hell
Saucy?
breaks loose.
Saucy's like, wait. And he's like fucking got Scotty taking off his shoes because he can't bend over.
His big ass,
Shit,
Rick
right.
Owen ass, boots, heels. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yo,
Yeah,
he
because
really
his
made
stomach
sure.
was too tight in that fit. He could not bend over and take off his shoes, so she had to help him. And
Yo.
he literally took off the shoes, waddled away from the set because
Yes.
he knew the big three were about to come out. And I was just like,
And
oh
the
my God.
minute they came out, fucking K-Reek, Kold, Killa, Fauna, and Tavy stand up and get ready. And then all hell breaks loose. Holy shit.
Bro.
The big three.
Yo, Lex comes out. Tavy starts fighting her. Fauna jumps in. They jump Big Lex, bro.
I
All
don't
right?
even know, but
All right.
there's so many
let me
things.
tell you what
wrote
happened.
it down?
Yes, I wrote it down.
Oh, yes.
All right. So as soon as they come out, Tavy and Fauna immediately jump Big Lex. Summer, K-Reek and start fighting. Dolly is in the mix somewhere. Pretty P looks like she don't know what's going on. Anna's also fighting Summer. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but everybody is in that whole little jumble
Yeah.
as Lex is getting jumped on the couch. Then after that, security breaks it up. Lex is like, I got you.
That's
got you.
what happened. Because
Yes.
she came and attacked Fauna out of nowhere from behind.
And that's why she comes in and she attacked Fauna. And, you know, she sneaks her and then they start fighting. And then right after that, Fauna and Big Lex fight again.
Yeah, and then that's when
That shit was
fucking
crazy.
Fauna falls on the couch and she's
Yes,
just, Lex
crazy.
is giving it to her.
Lex said, I need my lick back.
Yeah.
That's That's what it was. Lex said, I need my lick back.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Summer and Kold Killa start fighting.
Yeah.
Then Summer talking about she just got her titties done.
Yeah.
Talking about, and I just got my titties done. I was like, oh my goodness.
And then out of nowhere, Summer jumps and runs on the couch and jumps Marissa.
Yeah, it was so random.
What the
I was
fuck
like,
was
what the fuck?
that?
She literally thought about it too. Like she stood there quietly, walked up and did it. I was like, oh
She
my
didn't
God.
walk up and she fucking ran. She ran. Yeah, she ran.
I thought it looked like she was running in slow motion. It really didn't look like she ran. To
No,
me.
she ran. I watched that
She
thing
ran?
3 times.
Because she just
She ran. I was like, no way. I'm like, who the fuck is attacking Marissa?
Yo, bro, she really did. But she paused and then she thought
She
about
did.
it.
She stared at her for a minute.
She did. I'm like, yo, what really be going on in these girls' heads where they just do that? Like they just did that. And I
That
was like,
shit
oh my
was
God.
crazy. So
Yeah.
now, like at this point, because they, Summer jumps Marissa. She whatchamacallit, Anna Mac is like, no, fuck that. So you see her in the background try to fucking run. Security scoops her up. You gotta watch it. It was insane. Poor fucking Anna, you know how tiny she is. Her 2 legs go whoop, goes up. So she realized she can't go that way. So she comes back around this way and she fucking goes into the fight. I think she starts fighting Summer, right? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And she actually, she didn't care. She was going to fight Summer. She was landing them hits or whatever. I don't know. They both fight kind of similar. So
Yeah, it was pretty equal.
It was. So, and they start fighting. And then after that, Dolly took him out. She want to run it.
Oh my God.
Jesus. This
Yes.
is crazy. So now there's this whole build-up with her and Pretty P. So now they're squaring up and
Oh, Pretty P stuck out her tongue right before she
boy,
went in.
oh boy, Pretty P did Dolly in,
Bah,
man.
bah,
Like
bah,
it was
bah.
like constant face shots. I was like, oh my God. Dolly, you lost, pretty girl. Well, you right. But Dolly, you lost, man.
I ain't gonna lie. It was kind of satisfying to watch her lose.
It was satisfying. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, but I just didn't expect it to be like so crazy. So when I saw Pretty P just landing face shot after face shot, I was like, oh my God, you beat the fuck out of Dolly.
Yeah, D. You saw the knot?
Yeah.
That knot
it
looked
was
like a planet. Look like the solar system.
you fucking stupid, yo.
Look like
What planet it look like?
It looked like Saturn, bitch.
Saturn? What Saturn look like again? Well, to be fair, a lot of these planets look very similar.
Bitch, look. You
A
telling
lot
me
of these
that
planets
look like Saturn. Look at the ring.
Just put the ring around it.
The ring
Yo,
around it.
You gotta edit the ring around the knot,
Nah,
bro.
yo, that knot was disgusting. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah,
Shawty
man.
look like she growing another head.
Yeah, you said it look like Saturn is crazy, man. I can't. Yeah, so that was pretty wild.
Yeah, so
to
then
see.
as this is going on, fucking Anna Mac and Rolly walk off stage. I don't know why. They take like a walk around or whatever.
I feel like that was not needed. Like you didn't need to see that scene.
Yeah, it was so random. I was like, I thought something more was gonna come from that, but
Yeah, the way they put
Filmed
it in
it.
there
Yeah.
felt like it was gonna be on some Jerry Springer
Oh,
shit. Some more of
D.
the, maybe that's why they left it in. They probably liked the aesthetic of it feeling like that because there was nothing that came from that.
no,
There was no
they just
story.
walked around.
Right, like there was no story. So I was like, why are we seeing this right now? This literally is no substance to nothing that's happening at the fucking
OD.
reunion.
I was like, okay, so they walked around and
Right.
came back.
Right,
Okay.
right. But in the process of this, you hear Pretty P yelling out, I ain't drunk today. I ain't drunk today. And I'm just like, oh my
I didn't even hear that. That's
God.
hilarious.
Yeah, she said that. And I'm like, yo, Pretty P was ready.
So now this is where Tavy and Big Lex they square up, and I mean I don't know. I think Tavy stood her ground. You know, I mean the fight kind of just was like, you know,
Yeah.
it was there.
Yeah.
You know, I did hear her say something about how she bit Big Lex. She's like, I bit you or something like that.
I heard that. I was like, oh my God.
Mhm.
Girl.
And
This is the second time Big Lex getting bit at the reunion is crazy. It's a little outrageous.
pretty wild. But then
really wild.
this is also where we find out that apparently Dolly's bleeding from her eye in the back.
Oh my God, I know. And like she's like icing her eye, her head. Like she's
Mhm.
going through it. She has a knot. She's icing the eye. I'm like, oh my God, this is too
Mhm.
much.
And then fucking K Rican calls out Summer.
Mm-hmm. Summer don't want to fight.
Nope.
I think, she didn't want to fight because she just got her titties done. That's what it was giving.
That's bullshit though, because then right after, because she's like rejecting the fight. The crowd is booing Summer for not wanting to fight. So then K-Rican's like, fuck it, right? Like, I'm gonna go and find Dolly in the background. And so she runs towards the back, and then Summer is like, comes and sneaks her from the back.
Yeah. And I think Summer snuck her because obviously she was trying to run up on Dolly, who was like injured.
Yeah, but you just said you didn't want to fight.
Yeah, I agree.
And use your titties as an excuse.
I agree. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, I have nothing to say. So then after that, Summer and Kold Killa start fighting. And that shit was crazy. Or were they? No, they were arguing. They were just arguing. They were going back and forth. I don't even know what they were going back and forth about.
So then because at some point, Kold Killa asked Summer why she ain't go to her booking in Pennsylvania, that she had to take on her booking because she ain't show up, that she don't be showing up nowhere without security because she's pussy, that, she don't need no security. Kold Killa gonna show up anywhere, anytime, no fear, no nothing like that. And then Tavy is like piggybacking off of that, like, because obviously Summer's going back and forth, like it ain't even like that. Like, I had my titties done. I'm not on that, whatever. She was just saying, I'll get my money, whatever. Would you get $1,500 from that booking? They going back and forth. And then Tavy jumps in like, don't let them tell you, you get your money, some shit like that. She's talking about Kold Killa.
And then this is where her and Big Lex start going back and forth.
Yeah, because Big Lex is like, do you get money without Natalie? Because apparently she only go to bookings with Natalie. So they start going back and forth. There's that going on. They do it for mad long. I don't know.
Yeah, they do it for a long time, which, becomes very irrelevant. And then at some point, this is where Janisha says, we got to bring out our last body of the night. Mm-hmm. And of course, we're hyped because finally, Natalie is coming out. Took forever for her to come out for the first time ever. Mm-hmm. Shorty come out in the hat, the shirt, the little shorts, and the fucking sneakers. I started cracking the fuck up just watching her come out because she's so extra. And then she just started talking about my biggest fan is right here. My biggest fans are right here. And she's referring to like DTB and Rolly. And it's hilarious because DTB genuinely looks confused when she says that first line. She's just like,
yo. She was just like,
yeah, she did.
Yeah.
She said
waving,
yeah. And then Rolly was just like so confused too. And then Natalie at some point says that she can settle her shit with Rolly on the next season, but she really wants DTB because she's popping her shit. She talks too much shit. She does too much shit. Yeah. And she's tired of it.
Then she gets on the mic and she's like, this is what DTB does. Fuck Natalie Nunn. Yeah. Fuck Natalie Nunn. So she's like, then I'm going to say, fuck DTB. Fuck DTB. And then all of a sudden,
she's like, get the fuck up, bitch.
Yo. Flings that fucking microphone towards DTB, but actually ends up hitting Fauna because I have the screenshot of Fauna's face of like getting hit with them. Like, she's just like,
she was confused.
She was tight.
She was confused, but she can't say nothing because at the end of the day, like, what are you going to say?
Right. And then Natalie just runs the fuck up.
Yeah, she rushed her, yo. She rushed DTB. I was like, oh, Natalie's finally standing on business. I really saw her rush DTB for real. And like the hits connected for real. Yeah. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because before all of that even happened, Natalie at some point says, what did she say? Something about stop talking shit or get the fuck off my shit or my show or some shit like that. And everybody was like, ooh.
Yeah.
And then Saucy's like, bitch, she calling you out. She calling you out. I'm like, y'all are so messy.
Yeah,
man.
And then that's where the show ends.
That is where the episode ends, y'all. And then we see the previews for the next part 3. And of course, we see the full fight. Not the full fight, but we see more of the aftermath. We see DTB trying to run out and get to Natalie. And we even see Kold Killa fighting Dolly, K-Rican fighting Dolly, DTB, all that stuff. Lex fights Tavy and Fauna again. So it's obviously going to be a crazy-filled reunion episode, and I'm just wondering how they're going to end this because, it's a lot.
We find out recently DTB actually comes out and spills the beans that broke her nose. That whole incident
ring on her hand.
Yeah. Ended up fracturing her nose, and that's the real reason why she's not on Baddies right now, because she had a full contract to be there the whole season. The doctor told her she couldn't fucking film because it's too much of a risk.
100%.
And that's why she wasn't there, which was a huge disappointment, because the only thing I'm going to tell you guys from what the recap is going to like have is that it's unfortunate that DTB was not there, because that was the only thing missing.
Yeah.
She missed out, man.
Yeah.
She fucked that up. That would have been like, they were really screaming her name, singing her song, and she wasn't even there, which is kind of whack.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty much it, guys, for part 2 of the Baddies Africa Reunion recap.
We did that.
Yes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, you know, if you guys have any comments or anything you guys noticed, definitely comment them below. What did you think about what we said? Like, a lot of what we said of our takes or whatever. Everything from Rolly to Tavy, all the baddies on the show, Scotty included. Like, drop your comments below, and like, let's have a conversation.
Yes.
I mean, what do you have any final thoughts?
No, I would appreciate you guys to definitely give us feedback. Let us know what you guys thought about episode number 2. Are you excited to see episode number 3? Definitely give us a like, please. It is free $99. It helps us out, helps us push the podcast. Send this to your friends that watch Baddies and have nobody to talk to, because we are here for that reason.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, thank you guys. Also, tell us where you're from, because we love to know where most of you guys are from. So yeah, with that being said, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram. That's JESSI.strange. And where can they find you, Tiana?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Randomania1. You guys can find us on Instagram at
The Petty Headquarters.
You guys can find us on all podcast platforms and YouTube at The Petty Headquarters. We release episodes weekly, y'all, so make sure to tap in. And with that being said,
this was your weekly dose of mess.
Mess.